Hi, my name is Christian Michelson, and I'm the #1 best-selling author of Get Clients Today. In this video, I'll be sharing with you the secrets to make big money as a business coach. Now, whether you've been coaching business owners for years, or if you've never coached anyone, but you're interested in the idea of helping business owners and getting paid handsomely for it, stay tuned to this entire video, because in it, I'm going to share with you the 3 secrets to making big money as a business coach today. When I started off my coaching business over 18 years ago, I was just a success coach. I didn't focus specifically on coaching business owners. I wanted to help everybody. And some of the people that hired me to help them lose weight, some hired me to help them find love, and some hired me to help them grow their business. And over time, more and more business owners were hiring me. And I found I really liked working with business owners because they were already invested in their success. They were way more motivated and committed to make changes to achieve their goals than a lot of other types of clients that I was working with. And they were also more willing to invest in coaching because they could see how investing, say, $10,000 or $20,000 could help them make an extra $100,000 or even $1 million from the coaching. Over the years, because all these business owners were hiring me, I started focusing exclusively on working with business owners. And that's what I've been doing for the last 15 years or more. And I've had a lot of success growing my own business over that time, especially over the last few years, where I've made the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing privately held companies in North America. Now, over the years, I've developed a high level expertise in business growth from helping hundreds of thousands of business owners all over the world to grow their businesses. And now I'd like to share my best secrets with you in this video and in this video series. The first secret that I want to share with you is that you don't have to be some crazy successful superstar business owner with an incredible track record in order to be able to coach business owners to grow their businesses. That's actually a myth. That's one of the things that many people think, like, oh my gosh, why would a business owner hire me? If I don't already have $1 million business of my own, why would anybody ever hire me to coach them with their $1 million business? Well, I'll tell you, there's a lot of reasons why highly successful business owners would hire a business coach that isn't as successful as they are. One reason is that if you've had great training and you know some things that they don't, they're going to want to get your help on those things. So for example, even if you've had experience in your career as a manager or a leader, you may know some delegation or leadership secrets that could benefit business owners. Or if you know some time management secrets, that could be really helpful to business owners, or sales or marketing. There could be a lot of things that you can bring to the table that you've used in your career or in your background that a lot of business owners could benefit from, even if you haven't used it to grow your own business to, multiple millions of dollars. Another reason why business owners would hire a coach that isn't as successful as they are is because they just need someone that they can talk to, that can listen to them. Because a lot of times they can't talk to their friends and family about their problems. For example, just a couple years ago, I had a big problem in my business when a launch that I'd been doing each year that was making over $2 million per launch dropped down to only $1.4 million in sales. Now, that's a pretty significant drop from $2 million to $1.4 million. But there's not a lot of friends that I can talk to that say, where I can tell them, hey, I made $1.4 million in just a couple of weeks, and I'm all upset about that, and they're gonna have sympathy for me. And business owners can't necessarily talk to their team about some of those things too, because they don't wanna put pressure on their team, or they can't necessarily talk about money stuff to their team. They don't want their team to start worrying, or they don't want their team to know how much money they're making. So having somebody that's an independent third party that's just there to let them get things off their chest is extremely valuable. Business owners are going through ups and downs, and there's so much inner stuff happening, hiring people, firing people. There's so many things that they don't have anybody to talk to, and they need a coach. Plus, if people could only hire coaches that are more successful than they are, think about how athletes, like how could Michael Jordan ever get coached by anybody, right? He's had great coaches who've had success that have coached him, but that doesn't mean that you need to be more successful than your clients are. There are a lot of great coaches that have never been great athletes, but they know the game, they know how the game is played, they know the mindset, and they know how to motivate people, and they know how to get the most out of their players. And those are the things I'm going to be sharing with you in this video series, and people are going to be willing to pay even more money to work with you. There's one other reason why you don't need to be more successful than your clients. This one time I was coaching a business owner, and it was one of our first sessions, and I pulled out all the stops. I was using my best ninja coaching techniques to work with him, and by the end of the session, I asked him what he found most valuable about our time together today, And he said, just hearing himself think. Just being able to get all the things that were on his mind out of his head where he could see them and then do something about them. He said that was the most valuable. And at the time I felt like, oh my God, like you didn't appreciate all these like cool coaching things I did. And later it made me realize that maybe I don't have to have a home run grand slam coaching session every time. Just being there for them, being somebody that they can talk to in and of itself is extremely valuable. In fact, there are 4 levels of value that you can create for your clients. The first level of value is just the environment of coaching itself. Being there week in, week out, month in, month out over time, having them talk about what they want to achieve, talk about what their challenges are, talk to you about what actions they're going to be taking, and what they're going to be doing between now and their next session. If that's all you did every week from one session to the next, that's going to actually create a lot of value for clients. So that's value level 1. That's the first layer of value. Now, the second layer of value, or second level of value, is your own experience. Maybe you have a background in sales or a background in management or leadership, something that you can draw from to help you create value for your clients. Now that I've been improving my own business for 18 plus years and have been able to grow it to a multi-million-dollar business with a team of around 50 people, I've learned a lot. And my 18 years of experience allows me to create even more value for my clients. The third level of value that you can offer is mindset and inner work. And I know a lot of people who are coaches and healers already, and that's the stuff they actually most love doing. To be able to actually help people through their fears, their doubts, their limiting beliefs, and their inner stuff that could be holding them back. This is an incredible value that you can create and offer to your clients. In fact, this is one of the most valuable things you can do for your business owner clients. And if you really love doing inner work with people, then business owners are one of the best groups of people to do the inner work with, because A, they appreciate it, and B, it will help them make a lot more money, which will then help you be able to charge much more. And finally, the fourth level of value is expertise. And that's the knowledge and things that you know that you can help them with. Maybe they're things that you've studied, and you may have studied sales, or you may have studied leadership, or you may have studied business. You may have even gotten an MBA or something, or you may have a level of experience, of expertise based on some of the things that you've learned. So the great thing about having expertise from things that you've learned is that if you want more expertise, you can do more learning without necessarily having to have a huge background of experience in those things. And so those are the 4 levels of value that you can create for business owners that will get them willing and ready to pull out their credit card or issue an invoice to give you $10,000, $25,000, even $100,000 for coaching. In fact, these days, clients pay $100,000 to work with me for a single day. The second secret to making big money as a business coach is to recognize that business owners desperately need your help. Guess what? A lot of us think that business owners have it all figured out. We think, well, if they grew their business to $1 million, they must be a genius. They must be super smart. They must have it all together. Well, here's a little secret. There's a lot of business owners, even ones who have $1 million businesses or multi-million-dollar businesses, who are on the verge of going out of business because they're not managing their cash flow, or they don't have a great team that's growing the business for them. They may be on the verge of burnout. In fact, they may be burnt out right now. I know several businesses that had a lot of top-line revenue, but that didn't make a lot of profit. And then the business owner got super burned out and just couldn't keep things going. And even if the business is going well, there's always things that could be going better. And the great thing about business owners is that they're willing to take risks. They're willing to take chances. Most business owners who've had a lot of success would say that if they knew how much work it would have been to get where they are now, if they had known it to begin with, they never would have gone through it. They have this blind optimism, which is one of the greatest traits that we can have, because that's one of the things that gets us into the game. It makes us think, oh, it's just these 3 steps and I'll have super success. And then those 3 steps take 5 years or however long it takes. Most business owners haven't gone to business school. And even if they have gone to business school, most business schools are teaching stuff from 5, 10 years ago, or even longer that isn't necessarily as relevant in today's fast-paced, fast-changing economy and fast-paced, technology-driven world. That's what's great about business owners. Not just the blind optimism, but they also have heart. They have the heart of a champion to go out there and to fail and to get themselves, to pick themselves back up and fail again and dust themselves off and to go for it again. Business owners have so much heart and they have so much optimism, but they don't have a lot of support. They often don't have a system that they're following. They just got an idea and they went for it. And there are a lot of people who go for it and then fail and then quit. But the ones who stick with it, that give themselves back up and are going for it again, and they now have some level of success, they don't have the support that they really need. And truthfully, most business owners don't even have a plan at all. And as the old saying goes, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So you've got to have a plan, you've got to know where you're headed, you've got to know what you're doing, and not just for how to grow the business and generate the sales, but for how to grow the business from the inside out. And the bottom line, business owners don't have it all figured out. And because, contrary to the outer appearances of them seeming like they have it all figured out, because they don't have it figured out, therein lies the massive opportunity and why business owners are in desperate need of your help. Figuring out how to get more customers can be a problem. Figuring out how to hire people can be a problem. Figuring out how to manage their people can be a problem. Figuring out how to manage their own time can be a problem. Their own doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs, those are huge problems, and all of those problems are huge opportunities. The third secret to making big money as a business coach is to know that business owners are willing to pay big money for coaching. I've been able to help coaches in all sorts of different niche markets to be able to get high-paying coaching clients. Weight loss coaching, parenting coaching, dating coaching, and many other different types of coaching. And all of them have been able to get clients to pay them $10,000 or even $25,000 per client in all of those different types of niche markets. However, none of them are as easy to get high-paying clients in as business owners. Hands down, the highest percentage of people willing to pay big money for coaching are business owners. There's already a high percentage of them just waiting to be coached, and a higher percentage of them ready to say yes to paying big amounts of money for that coaching. Because investing in coaching can make them more money. And another reason they're willing to spend the money on coaching is because of all those problems that business owners have. A lot of them are losing sleep at night, and they're not spending as much time with their families as they'd like to. If we can help them make more money, get more freedom and free time, and eliminate most of their headaches, that'd be so great for them. They have so much invested in their business already, and you'll be a godsend to them. The point I'm making is that business coaching pays big money. And when I first started off as a coach, I was only charging $195 per month for coaching. Over time, my rates went up higher and higher. $500 a month, $700 a month, $1,000 a month. And then I got myself to where I was making $100,000 per client per year. And now I'm at a point where clients pay $100,000 to work with me for a single day. Why are business owners willing to invest $100,000 to work with me for a single day? Well, if working together could help them make, even if it only helped them make another $100,000 this year and they were able to break even in the first year, then after that first year, if they kept making $100,000 more per year based on that one day we spent together, then at a bare minimum, that's a win for them. And if working together for a day could help them make another $500,000 or another $1 million, depending on the size of their business, depending on what's possible for them, then it's a well worthwhile investment. Now, obviously, you don't have to charge $100,000 for a single day like I do. You could just be charging $10,000 or $25,000 per client. I would say that that's a typical range for most business coaches, is charging $10,000 to $25,000 per client. And the great news is that if you get 10 clients paying you $10,000, that's $100,000 a year. And if you get 10 clients paying you $25,000 each, that's $250,000 a year. And obviously you don't have to stop there. You could get 20 clients. And if you had 20 clients paying you $25,000 each, that equals $500,000 a year. And what's amazing about this is that not only are they going to be paying you this money for coaching, they're also gonna be super happy, raving fans. They're gonna be sharing all their wins with you. They're gonna be like, oh my God, I did this thing that we talked about and it took off and I got all this success. And all these things that they're gonna be doing, and they'll be thanking you for them. They'll be emailing you and sending you voicemail messages telling you how great they're doing and thanking you for your help. So coaching not only pays great, but you get grateful clients. And generally speaking, the more people pay, the more they pay attention. The most grateful clients are usually the ones that pay the most. I get to do work that I love that actually makes a difference, work that I'm being appreciated for, recognized for, and paid handsomely for. It creates an incredible lifestyle for you because even if you work with 20 clients for an hour a week, that's only 20 hours a week. That's basically part-time for $500,000. Now, is everybody who's a business coach going to make $500,000 a year? No, they're not. And that's because they don't know all the secrets that I'll be sharing with you in these next few videos. And lastly, when you become a business coach, you'll have the potential to live an amazing lifestyle. My business generates millions of dollars a year, even though I work part-time. I have an incredible family life. I get to spend a lot of time with my family. I get to go on vacations. I have total control over my time and the quality of my life. The bottom line is that if you want to be a business coach, you can be one, and you can make a lot of money doing it and have an incredible life at the same time. And I'm really excited to be helping you to do it.